All right, welcome back, everyone. This is the Cash Game World Championship hosted by Coinpoker. I'm your host, Johan Merlo, and we're back. It's, I guess, technically day 2 since we're past midnight now. And I'm going to be joined by Coley here to talk about the challenge, maybe break down some hands. What's going on, sir?
Not too much, man. It's awesome that this is back on. This is like my favorite event of the year, especially with the Blue Jays losing. So I'm stoked.
Oh, you're into baseball?
Everyone in Toronto was into baseball because the Blue Jays haven't had life in 30 years. So we all came together as a city and got our hearts broken. Yeah.
Do you follow, by any chance, Poly Market? They have like an account it's like AI recaps of sports events.
Wait, okay, that was too many components. There's Polymarket has an AI recap of sports events. Okay.
Yeah,
I know Polymarket.
It's this guy. He uses AI to make a recap of like sports matches and events. And then he made one that's like really funny about the World Series. He's like, it's a fan base. Like he's talking about the Toronto. He's like, it's a fan base that will talk about this for like years to come. Where were you when when they were in the finals and this guy scored against a fan base that will have forgot about this game by Monday? talking about the Dodgers. It's so funny, like the whole thing. I'll link you later. It's I really like those breakdowns. They always crack me up.
Sick. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, we got one more guy joining, so I'll invite, and then it's gonna remake the call.
Cool.
All right, welcome back, and I believe we got Choslar in the house. What's up?
Yo,
What's up, man? Yo, long time no see.
How have you been? How have you been, Choslar?
I'm good.
Been grinding?
Yeah, quite a lot actually, but more MTTs.
Ah, okay. You joined the dark side, eh?
No, I've always been there, but sometimes a little cash, fun.
Yeah. You excited for the Cash Game World Championship?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a lot, I think.
Nice.
We already have kind of an interesting hand on this King 3-4 with the limp check bet and then the small raise. It's kind of interesting if Whispers. Yeah, I was gonna say if he's raising a bunch of 4x for that size, and
I can bring it up in the replay. Give me a sec. Yeah, there was games in the afternoon, then some in the evening, and then suddenly the games broke. Maybe people went to get some dinner, and then just now it started again. And I kind of expect
it's pretty slow.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if 2-3 people join suddenly, like, because they play like 4 tables, so suddenly you have a lot more tables running immediately. So, okay, I bring up the hands. You guys have the stream open, I assume.
Yeah.
I believe this was the one.
Which one is less delay, YouTube or Twitch?
I have no idea. Try to open both and see. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitch, so let me know if YouTube's faster.
So I think Twitch is usually, but
this is a limp pots, Chilean Whisper Tides. He bets 1 big blind on King 4-3. Is this like the simplified explanation here? Is it that because you limped, it's unlikely because big blind checked back, it's unlikely he will have too many kings, and then you bet because you okay.
Kind of, yeah.
You don't need to, if you were betting only around King X, you would use a much larger size, but here you're just pushing like a massive range advantage because Whisper Tide is going to raise most of his really strong hands. You know, he can never have aces, queens, kings, jacks, ace king. Hands like king queen are less likely, almost impossible. So, you know, even hands here like ace 10 offsuit are almost worth a bet. And yeah, it's just like kind of the same thing as if you raise and get called and you range bet a flop almost, I would say. And yeah, I was just a bit surprised to see the smaller raise size used in position because I don't know, my intuition. I don't really play a lot of limped blind v blind pots, but my intuition would have been raised a little bit more polar. Yeah.
Yeah, I asked Kaki about this yesterday. Is like the fact that it's no rake and also high stakes. Well, I guess the fact that it's no rake kind of discards that it's high stakes because right, usually the argument for high stakes is that it's low rake, so then you'd play more hands, right? But now it's literally no rake at all. So maybe you're more inclined to play more hands, right? Like those ranges must be absolutely insane in the blinds.
Yeah, very wide.
Yeah, you can probably limp in a lot wider than normal.
So yeah, one big blind gets raised, and then we see a call, 6 on the turn. Checks around, jack on the river, and the flush does not complete. Chile checks and Whisper Tides checks back, and was the 9-4 raise just trying to protect his hand, or like was he just reading into what was happening and knowing that Chile was going to stab a lot on this board, or what do you guys think happened there?
Betting a lot.
You want to go with Trussler? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If he's betting a lot, then basically having a 4 is kind of the nuts almost. So like Collie said, most strong king X are gonna raise on the flop, I guess, or raise pre, sorry. So then having a 4 is just pretty strong. It's gonna be pretty hard to check call, or just call down basically. So I guess you're just raising for value and for protection. 9-4 is a relatively strong 4 as well, having a club. Yeah. Getting called by ace high, getting called by draws.
Collie Nerd is going to have to put this into Wizard on his phone and see if this merge raise strategy.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be pure or something, but
well, just even like, is this the kind of strategy overall you're trying to play, or do you think it's more around? Because you also have King 3 off, King 4 off, 3-4 off,
yeah.
a lot of hands like this, and you could instead sort of start playing for stacks.
Just never raise this, you mean?
Yeah, or maybe raise this, 5% or something as like a weird.
I think it is something like that, and that this is not like a frequent play or something, but
then I would also use I would use a larger size then if this is like if this is a sideline. I don't know. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's not a nickname I've seen before either, Whispertide.
Yeah. There's a couple guys, Turd Sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, Turd Sandwich.
I wonder if there are any guys out there that are thinking to themselves, I've seen how people played in the first match, and now I think there's edge to be gained, and I was too scared to dip in previously, or if it's just people who are better rolled now, and yeah, I don't know.
I think that they're just running out and they just want to play some.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Linus was playing this afternoon actually, and we've got a couple returning names from the last Cash Game World Championship. We have I was only 17, aka Barak Wisprod. And I have a friend who plays high stakes in Vegas, and last time I had lunch with him, he literally told me he thinks Barak's the best in Cash Game, the best in the world. So some big praise. We got Chile. I ran into him in Vegas too in the summer.
Really?
The Argentinian, yeah, I think I posted that I was playing at the Win or whatever, and then he wrote to me like, "Can I come bum hunt you?" Like considering the stakes he play, I was like, "Come, like you'll just end up donating because you'll get bored." And then I ran into him at the Bellagio, or like I saw he posted at Bellagio. So then I found him, and then I went in person and I said, "Can I bum hunt you?" And he didn't recognize me because my avatar on this on this overlay here on Coin doesn't look like me at all. So I was like, "This is Todd." He was like, "Oh."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool meeting him. And also, Luca Bratt is Chris Nguyen, I believe. Also a returning player.
He's I think he's an MTT player, right? Or like both.
Well, yeah, I think both, yeah. In the last Cash
Yeah.
Game World Championship, he was playing initially, like for the first week or so, and then he went to Bahamas and he took like fifth for 2.1 mil, and then obviously after this,
Oh yeah.
maybe chilled for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what he did, but yeah, he didn't play much more after.
Thought at least he was more of a tournament player, but yeah, both I guess. Same as Decky. He's playing a lot of tournaments recently.
I feel like, yeah, the Decky, he seems very comfortable in cash as well, and like very willing to play too.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a cash game player, but like recently he's been playing a lot of MTTs. By the way, I saw a big hand in the table 2 like 10 hands ago. Someone got stacked.
The show?
Yeah, show 2.
Okay, let me check.
Those are the only 2 I have open. I thought every table was gonna be show, but
No, it's like kind of and also they have some ante and no ante, but so far only the no ante are being played.
yeah, I saw.
Yesterday, Xiao Jun was trying to get some ante started, but unsuccessful so far.
That 9-4 offhand, it looks really inconsequential, but it's actually really interesting because it was Barack and Turd Sandwich. No, it was Chalet and I can't remember which 2 players it was, but
Turd Sandwich.
the 9. So I think on that board, even some high stakes regs may simplify to just range betting after it goes limp check pre-flop. And if they are splitting on the flop, 9-4 is like a 4% raise according to Wizard. The sizing's legit, but you are much more likely to raise a stronger 4 like Ace 4 that can cooler some floats and things. And it only becomes like even like a 30% raise once that Turd Sandwich is range betting. So it almost, you can already make some light inferences about what they perceive the strategy to be, which is then going to change the 3-bet range for the out of position player. And like there's actually a lot to take away from what looks like a nothing hand.
Okay. But that's
Yeah, if he's
probably
betting
like
too much.
you don't see this type of hands very often in like non-high stakes, or you could.
You don't see a lot of limping from the blinds because the rig's too high.
Yeah.
Tough call down there for Barack as usual. That's why he's the best. He just has to earn it every hand.
I can bring it up after.
What do I do with top set?
Yeah, let's watch this hand real quick, and then we'll do the one that you mentioned, Chilsar. Okay. I have it in the replayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool to see some of those guys return.
It went to showdown as well, so.
Yeah, we saw both hands.
So what is this 3-bet pot, small c-bet check? Or is this 3-bet check?
I didn't see.
I didn't quite see from the start. Wait, we can go back over it after.
Oh no, sorry. It's a 3-bet large c-bet, I think. Yeah.
It's
not 10-20.
There's always so many hands. It's so tricky. Yeah. Okay, so this was an open from Whisper Tides on the button. Barak calls in the small blind, and Chile goes for the squeeze in the big blind. Barak calls, Queen 9-4, checks around King on the turn, checks around 5 on the river. He jams. All right.
Yeah, this was the one I saw.
Also, not a line I feel like I've seen too often.
So I think the idea here in general is just that the out-of-position player is much more incentivized to check with strong hands than the in-position player because they can get money in by betting or by check raising. If you're in position facing check, the only way money goes in on that street is betting yourself. So the in-position player ends up more capped or sometimes completely capped compared to the out-of-position player. So hands like pocket 9s, pocket 4s, jack 10, king queen, these exist in much higher frequency for Barack than they do for Chalet, which means that he can say, okay, I tried to trap you flop, I tried to trap you turn, so now I'm tired of trapping you and I have a really good hand. Chalet can't really rep in the same way. So that's kind of the story behind the massive overbet.
I mean, with almost any hand, Chile is kind of hero calling / hating his life.
Yeah.
Because yeah, kings will probably bet at some point. Queens probably will. King queen probably will.
Really interesting
think-
check back on the
I
turn.
think
Ace
usually
king.
ace king will as well. So it's kind of it probably
I don't
feels that
really
way.
understand.
If you check it
I don't
back,
understand.
that you're kind of like, yeah, I have to call now.
Right, but the thing is, you're not really happy on the river with ace king, so you would almost feel like you
No,
would
not at
rather
all.
check
He's
back.
not beating value at all.
Yeah, so like why not bet ace king and then check back weaker than ace king or stronger, right? Because maybe if you have queens, you can just snap the river, or if you have
Can
a
just
hand
change
like
too much, I think. You bet big on the turn, any diamond sucks, any 10 sucks, any jack sucks.
Really? You're just not betting the turn with top pair, top kicker?
I think usually, but it's I think if you always bet it, then you have a problem.
Interesting. Yeah.
Maybe with the ace of diamonds it's better, because then you can kind of maneuver the diamond run out.
Hmm.
I think. Or like aces with a diamond, I would always bet.
I was just thinking like you could just go check, 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 call with like 10-9. And then if you wanted to have really good hands, you know,
Yeah.
a really good hand. This one is sort of a weird one to trap with, I would have thought, but because it just becomes the same thing as having a shit hand.
Yeah, I think. What is Barak's minimum value?
King queen.
Possibly. No, I think even less.
Depends on how theory. Like if he thinks the guy's super super capped, he could even go as thin as well. Ace king would be a really
It's
thin,
king himself. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
but
Ace king
that would be
himself,
not very. That's
or
not very theory approved. I don't think.
no, it's like queen nine suited. Definitely, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure he would jam that in practice because most players, it's tough to
But I
check
don't know
back
if that's a
strong.
call pre. So call versus open, and then call versus squeeze.
No,
I don't know.
probably not.
Too weak.
Queen nine, I don't know for sure, but I would assume so.
Yeah. Queen 10 probably.
Yeah, queen 10 you could have.
And ace king wouldn't really make sense to call. I think.
Yeah.
So he
Great
doesn't
hand
beat
to have there,
value,
Leo.
but yeah, I think it's a reasonable call. Like because he's just checked back the turn. So yeah, he just appears so capped. So
Yeah,
Barak can
it's
just
whatever.
think. I mean, he's never calling me, so I just call in.
Mhm.
He might think that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find the other one. There was like 2 more hands that looked interesting. Well, looked interesting. One of them was a, a pretty clear call, as we saw.
Keep it cool says king queen. Seems about it, but blocks calling range. Maybe set plus. Well, king queen is 100% strong enough for everything on the river.
All right.
It's kind of like it's not so much about is it strong enough, but like there are other sizes that those hands sort of want to slot into as well, potentially. Like if you're splitting, you're not just jamming river, so maybe you want, a thinner hand that's still kind of strong and a smaller size, that kind of like you're not playing jam or fold, so or jam or check.
I kind of disagree, to be honest. Because like the main reason is you want to get value, right? And you always want to be as greedy as you can in poker. So if your king queen is just worth 3x pot, then it just is. Sure.
I mean, like
You're
if I
gonna
was coaching someone at 500 and L, I would say jam your hand. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
pretend, I'm trying to pretend I'm wizard
Mhm.
because I don't know what the maybe
I think
but maybe
I
you're
think it's
right.
a
Like
nice hand to kind of protect your
Yeah.
small bet range, but I mean top 2 pair, yeah.
Maybe you just block Jack 10 or something. And all right. So what is this bet?
Oh, the ongoing hands?
Yeah.
We tune in too late to even they get it in.
Okay.
Ace Queen, Ace 10. No. Oh, almost right.
Something like that. Ace queen.
That looked boring. All right. Let's look at this one here. Raise from Barak on the button. Third sandwich, 3 bets the small blind call. 7 deuce. And is this an unusually big bet, or is this standard by third sandwich here on 7 deuce?
It's fine.
I think it's normal, yeah.
Like,
You could
why do you
probably
bet big?
do a few different things on this board.
Because you have stronger overpairs than he does.
And then when you do, you're trying to play. Well, it's not really 2 straights, is it? Right? If he calls.
No,
It
it's 3.
depends on the turn.
Okay.
I honestly don't think
You
there's
don't
any
have
turn
to.
where you have to rip on
Yeah,
a board
okay.
like this.
Yeah, you don't even have to. Yeah, it's too dry actually.
So Barak clicks it, and third sandwich calls.
Now, you don't think on like a 9 of diamonds or like an 8 of diamonds that you jam some 9s and 10s?
You could, but I don't think it would be necessary.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, agree.
So then, yeah, third sandwich checks the turn, and Barak bets small. What is he repping here?
He is repping a hand that was good enough to call the flop. So, like, the thing is, third sandwich polarized on the flop, right? So he has really good hands and really bad hands. Now he's checking the turn, saying that mostly he's got really bad hands. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to bet really big into that range.
No, he clicked
because
flop.
the
He clicked
range-
flop.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I think he's just betting kind of geo. Like, what's he have left to jam on the river?
Kind of, not a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And
like 40%
he can kind of put a lot of pressure on the weaker hands.
Clean floats, yeah.
Yeah, the third sandwich had to float like even maybe some suited backdoors.
Yeah.
Suited ace-x and especially ace-king, ace-queen.
Yeah, so he's just betting pretty close to the same amount on turn and river, which is like, and maybe by sizing down a little bit on the turn, he's threatening to check back river sometimes.
And it's also nice if you have 9s or 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need protection / value from ace-king, ace-queen.
And then the donk river.
That's really weird, no?
Yeah, it seems weird to me. Jack shouldn't massively affect things. I mean, I guess 10-9 doesn't really matter.
No, I think, this is really weird, actually. And the funniest thing is he definitely knows this is weird as well. Then what can we make from it?
One thing people sometimes do is they try to trim the tree. And one way you can trim is by, in some situations, like not playing check raises on the turn, but playing a bunch of leads on the river. And it becomes a little bit easier to play that strategy. So I'm not used to getting clicked on the flop when I bet polar, but maybe that's something that is going on here. Or he's just fucking making it up as he goes along. I don't know.
Yeah. What Keep It Cool says is also pretty important. It's a Badugi turn. So it's not like third sandwich has, for instance, King Jack of Hearts that he bet called the flop with and then had a flush draw called again and then hits his jack or something. It's just completely rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not like the jack is an ace. You know, if it was an ace or a king, it kind of makes sense to donk jam. Because Brock is just going to check back a lot of 9s and 10s or something. And then if you did have ace king.
As usual, Brock just in the blender. So many tough spots for this guy.
This was that hand, yeah.
So
what
what
is
exactly
ace queen even doing? Yeah.
Yeah, what went down with ace queen here? Like when he bets and then calls the raise, is he saying he thinks that Barak's gonna be out of line sometimes with the re-raises? Or is it just because it's a mini click, he almost has the out to try and hit one?
I think 7 deuce deuce is just such a good board. If you would probably bet as your only size as 75%, I think it was. I think you can bet like a big portion of your range for a big size. So I don't even think it has to be that polar.
Yeah,
like 7 deuce deuce is just like one of the best. Yeah, exactly. If you have ace king, it's almost a value bet because you will get called by ace 10 suited, ace jack suited,
king queen suited.
king queen suited,
Right.
yeah, and then a lot of boards you can just stack them.
Yeah. We're spending so much analysis on this, and we're gonna find out that Turd Sandwich is just like a random fish.
No, he's not. He's not.
Oh, he's not.
No, I've seen him plenty of times to know that he's
What's
not.
some of the bluffs that Barak might raise here in this spot against that bet
On the
size
flop?
on the flop? Yeah.
Probably mostly things that are a little too weak to call, like
10-9 suited.
5-4 suited,
8-9 suited.
10-9, yeah, or maybe something like King 10 suited, Queen 10 suited.
So they can fold out
this-
better, but still has equity.
Yeah, and then usually if you're
And some pairs
playing
that need protection.
yeah, usually something like 9s plus for value.
Yeah. Probably jacks and 10s reasonably often. And then slow play some of the
25%.
better ones. Something like that.
You don't really have much better than jacks, very much, but
Yeah, low
this
frequency
is 3-bet
queens.
caller. Yeah.
Makes sense if you have queens to just... Because it's... Sure, you can slow play it and just call. But it's also just really important to get max value from third sandwiches, 8s and 9s on the flop. Whereas if you call and turn as a king, then you're already never getting everything.
Yep.
So if you did have jacks or queens, yeah, it makes sense to click it.
The rule is, if you could 4-bet it pre in that formation, you can raise it on the clean flop. There you go, guys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'll be $100 per viewer.
This is also what Collie said, I think. If for instance, I don't know the exact frequency, but let's say it's a 60% bet. So like you can bet big size for 60% with your range. But he thinks that he's range betting, then all of a sudden you can just click him a lot with both value and bluffs.
Yeah,
Just like the 9-4 hand, and then you can, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the 8 is reasonable as well for him. 8, 6, 10, 8, 9, 8, yeah.
Are you guys good with that hand? Should I bring up a new one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh no, it's not the show table.
300 is a lot of action. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin was in the mix as well earlier.
Where's Prodigy at?
He played this afternoon, and he's gonna drop by the stream maybe tomorrow to come say hello.
Any whispers from Sea Llama? Because he was the GOAT on stream last time. He was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny indeed.
I'm sure he'll be on at some point. Actually, like yesterday, I was talking to him a little bit, and he was saying like he's going back to bed, and then I go off, and then I see him join the table. So I guess he couldn't sleep, he couldn't resist, and he played.
He was dreaming of that shit.
Yeah.
He's really dreaming like, what am I gonna do? Check raise him.
I feel like for some of these guys, like this must be really fun, especially like you don't get the show tables really in any other context. So now you play rake free show table, of course, like it's with some proper good players, but that's part of the fun too, I'm sure, for them.
It felt like most of them wanted to play the no show though.
Really? No, I think a lot of players have talked when they've come on the stream about how they enjoyed the show tables as well.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a different player pool, right?
Well, there's a lot of returning players from the last one.
Well, yeah, but for instance, Whisper Tide.
Yeah.
Yeah, for instance, that 9-4 hand, you know, like he might not want people to see that he's raising as thin as 9-4 on the flop. Especially versus these guys that are
perfect image building.
Adapting. Yeah, that's true. Not if you're planning on bluffing them though.
Okay, let's see this hand here. We got Luca, aka Chris Nguyen, opening low jack. Third sandwich flats on the button, jack 5-5. It checks around, 10 on the turn.
Wait, how is it low jack? Is there no small blind? What?
Oh yeah, wait, what?
I think
You're
big
right. You're right.
blind
Never mind.
Or
sat out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because like no,
Which-
you're right. It's big blind. It's because like I pressed this and then I saw the
Yeah,
100
okay,
appear
okay,
here. For some reason, the replayer starts with the blind being posted. So
yeah, I mean,
I got
the
confused.
replayer is pretty ass still. Yeah.
So
Bottom
yeah,
menu.
it's
No, I believe our overlords have created a great replayer. So
it's button against big blind, Jack 5-5, check surrounds, 10 on the turn,
interesting.
and he leads out. What is this bizarre? It's like what?
It's a 5. Oh, that's only pot.
Yeah, but it's pots plus 2.5 bigs, right? Oh no, sorry.
No, it's pot plus
Tiny bit.
12% of
It's
the
like
big.
pot.
Yeah.
It's like
He's betting
pot.
105% pot.
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes people do this because they think it can't hurt. Like it's the same strategy. It's just like confusing to look at or something. Who cares?
Actually,
It's 102% or something.
One sec.
Yeah.
We need to see this. Because we're gonna see at least one hand for sure. Yeah, it works perfectly except on me, the the confusion here. It's funny too because I was commentating the mid stakes and then now I'm thinking about those blinds. So I thought this was 2-5 here. So we do get a call. King on the river.
It's bad.
Yeah, I'm probably supposed to play a decent amount of block here.
Yeah, I think so too. Pot is kind of weird in my opinion.
But it's not pot.
Pot was kind of weird on
It's
the
not
turn
pot,
as
by the
well.
way. This time he went under.
It's just under pot. It's just under.
What is
pot.
this?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so tilted.
That's his.
He just takes
leveling with
pot
his
and then
eyes.
like scrolls it like a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then scrolled it the other way the previous
Yeah.
street. That's
So,
high
like,
level.
he had value on the turn because he went a bit bigger, and now he has bluff.
Yeah, I think the sizings are a little bit interesting because typically, Jack 5-5 is a board where it's not great for the big blind, but when in position checks back, you have nut advantage. So usually you press that with a geo size. Pot is kind of saying like you have queen jack or something, but that's not a hard hand for turd sandwich to find. They can just, if you're gonna keep potting it, they just check back top pair, go call. So usually you kind of leverage it around trips. But yeah, he's picked a weird size on the turn and then a weird size on the river. Turn he's saying he's got jack 9 plus, and then river he's saying he's got trips exactly.
Yeah, I thought the
Because
same
flush would be open
actually.
more.
Like on the turn, you'd probably go bigger with the 5. So the pot is indeed kind of like queen jack-ish, queen jack, king jack. And then on the river, the flush comes out, which you're not liking. The king comes, you don't like that either.
Yeah, and then I'm not shocked if turd sandwiches has like ace 10 and says fuck you because of the weirdness of this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, give me a couple hand guesses here on both sides. Well, what do you guys think they're gonna show up with? Since we're gonna see.
Luca calls.
Yeah.
Luca had king jack, and turd has 10-9.
A 10 of some kind. Yeah, 10 of some kind. Or
obviously
maybe...
just kings. Well,
that'll do.
tens, yeah, tens, and a 5.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to level yourself because he had a 5, which is relatively strong, of course. We both said that we wouldn't expect a 5 for this size. That now he does get jammed on, he kind of feels like he has to call.
This was like a 500 and L hand from Luca Brada. I don't know about all that. That was weird.
Why?
To be fair,
well, just
I'd call this too, man. If I
no, not the call, not the call. The flop and turn, the turn and river.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't understand how polar you can probe, and they slot stuff like this into a smaller size. So it's like, yeah.
I really don't blame him with the call.
No, I don't either.
Especially with the size.
But I mean, this is. I mean, the thing is, like, you just kind of face up on the river, and Yeah, whatever.
And now seeing what Third Sandwich had, by the way, I don't think he was too bothered by the weird sizings with the extra
Yeah, he
big
didn't care
blind
about
and
all of that.
less.
Yeah,
He was all for it, in fact.
that's the good
He
life.
didn't even think about it. He's like, oh, cool.
Normally
Do
you're
you,
sitting there with 10-9.
would you jam Queen 9 on the river? Yes,
Yeah,
you would.
that gets pretty interesting indeed. How it feels, that feels too thin, but if you think he's kind of capped, then yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That feels too thin though, Queen 9. Queen, maybe.
I did ask, I see someone asked in the chat. Oh, actually, no, we got an answer on both. So Jeremiah1234 in the chat asked, anyone know who Third and Whisper are? So I did ask on Discord. Somebody said Whisper Tide is barcode from Colombia on ACR, Spanish reg. And Third Sandwich, BitB student, Pierre Button Liquor? Is that a typo?
Button, no, I recognize that name.
Okay, Button Liquor on WPN.
Yeah, they both play on ACR.
Button
name-
Liquor, not to be confused as Button Clicker.
Yeah. His name isn't even barcode, but yeah, it's literally 10 bars.
Have you guys battled with any of these guys?
No.
Yeah, I'm up massive against all of them. I just no, I've never
You run them
played. I don't
over.
think I've. Yeah, I run them over.
Easy
Just
game.
their
You open
technical
sit their
game's
games.
too weak. Oh yeah. I play handicapped. I'll check back every flop versus them so that I get action. We have a verbal agreement.
But see, they're not fish. Like you said, the Ace Queen was a genuine donk jam.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, yeah, I was gonna say like you might even trim your strategy to play no check raises turn, and then play an easier donk jam strategy
Yeah.
river. That was one thing I thought might be going on.
Noro asked, who is Whisper Tide and Third Sandwich? We just answered that. There are two players. One of them's from Colombia, and another one is a BitB student known as Button Liquor on WPN. And Whisper Tide is
Jostler, do you think
Spanish.
BitB is the best openly accessible CFP? I've no affiliation to them, but I've just heard a lot of good things.
I've heard a lot of good things as well, but I've honestly no clue about the other stables. But yeah, BitB seems one of the biggest, right?
Yeah.
What is happening here? We're on the river. The paired boards.
Looks like, oh.
So, Cully, what would you make in game from the donk jam on the river? Would you, because it feels weird. So then, do you think it feels so weird that it must be value? Because like, which weirdo would bluff this for a third pot on the river? Like he doesn't really rep anything, so like, it's got to be value. Or do you think he doesn't rep anything, so I'm calling? Which camp are you in?
I think I tend not to think too hard about those kinds of things unless I really outclass somebody. Like either I'll just know or I won't waste too much energy guessing. You know what I mean?
So then
Like
you're
if
gonna assume he's kind of balanced.
Yeah, I have no way of knowing what these guys are thinking with no history or anything. I'm just agnostic, and I'm maybe that's just a kind of nitty approach or philosophy. But if someone stake me 50K to play in this game, I would just RNG an indifferent hand and make sure that I wasn't value chopping if I folded.
Yeah. Okay. Probably the most Most calm answer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like
I tend to
sometimes
pick
you just
one, but then obviously you pick wrong sometimes, and then you're like, okay.
some people you know you can get in their head and you can make great reads, but I'm not going to try to go out on a limb against a strong player with no history.
Yeah. The same with
It's
timing
just
tells, I think. Some guys just snap calls your pot bet, and yeah, okay. Does he have a set and he just clicks call, or does he have something weak? You don't know.
also, I think that's actually a spot where I'm very agnostic because yeah, the line is really weird, but it's really easy actually to show up there with ace high. Um, you have to
Yeah.
float so much of it on the flop and so much of it on the turn. All of it feels like the nut low on the river. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like
Yeah, okay, but you
yeah.
still beat the clicks. You still beat bluffs that he could just give up. You know,
Yeah,
it was a
but
7 deuce deuce 8 jack. Like, I don't know, you beat queen 10.
yeah,
And I
but
mix a
how
straight.
many hands that are unpaired worse than ace high call turn?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you need to bluff some, you mean?
It might start to feel that way, yeah. I think it's just easy enough to have an unpaired hand river that I'm not feeling like I
Yeah,
need to
maybe he
be.
rolled for it as well. Just thought about, I'm just gonna bluff jam this sometimes.
And we got Decky joining the action here. He's in the mix now, and Sicily Lover in the chat
Decky.
has absolute top up joined the tables. Not to my knowledge. Last night I didn't see him, and today in the afternoon I was monitoring the tables a little bit. I also didn't see him. I just saw Linus.
I saw him
And
play on ACR recently, so I think he's gonna
yeah,
play at some point.
actually, wait. Yesterday we had like 6 players from that returned from the previous. Let me see. Oh,
Yeah, KN,
yeah.
Linus.
Rig Deck was also playing a bunch. Prodigy played today in the afternoon, but not last night. Linus was playing today. Kevin was playing last night.
Munez as well.
Yeah. Kehan.
Osler, who's your hero from the previous World Championship? Who's the guy you look up to or want to emulate or whatever?
Well, to be fair, I never heard of Prodigy before last time. So obviously anyone is impressed with him. But I'm gonna go with my fellow Dutchie from the Netherlands. I'm gonna go with Kevin Paquet.
Okay. I forgot that he was Dutch. I actually, yeah, I have a huge amount of respect for him too, and he's someone to look up to because I feel like compared to some players, you can almost like learn more directly from how he approaches the game. Some players, it's just like it's so hard to emulate what they're doing. I find like JB or you know
Yeah,
even
yeah,
Prodigy
fair.
for different reasons, like very tough to emulate. So
Keep It Cool asked if I was going to play a little bit in this edition. No, I think I'll pass. I'm okay. I mean, I don't
Oh
even
yeah,
have
why don't you
enough
just
in my account.
no,
why don't you
neither.
just play one orbit and only open if you have aces?
Yeah, I'm so
Open
excited.
jam.
I'm so excited to lose $150.
Open jam. That's
Why
could
don't
be
you
it.
do it, Coley? I'm sure you have enough in your. I don't even have. I think
Oh yeah.
I have like 2,500. You need 10K to see this table. So
I don't have enough either. No one is playing the ante either.
yeah, for some reason
That's
the
sad.
ante is getting no love, and it's a different format here in that you have both tables available. It's not like the mid stakes where it was one or the other, changing from week to week.
Oh God, we're gonna hear so much bitching and moaning about the double standard when the mid stakes rolls back around.
Yeah.
I want to do it like the high stakes guys did it. I want to get to pick. Blah blah blah.
Then move to high stakes. Easy
Yeah,
fix.
exactly. I feel like the thing about ante, like I really understand what Kaki's saying about ante being more fun and more interesting and stuff, but one thing I love about no ante is that feeling of going all in and thinking to yourself, my opponent's not going to be able to name a single fucking bluff here, and I have one. And that's just like an amazing feeling. And when you're creative enough to find that bluff, you get less of those opportunities in ante. The ranges are so wide, it's like always feasible to overbluff.
I
So you
agree.
never put them in the blender that way. That's the one thing about ante that I get a little sad about.
I kind of like that until you get called, and yeah, and then you're just yourself to blame.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just spewy, so
Yeah, when you're bluffing, you're under pair on an ace high, and you're just like, yeah, I just bluff pocket sixes in a 4-bet pot, ace, queen, 7.
Yeah.
Sounds nice. Yeah, ante is really fun. That was really fun last time.
I got rolled in the ante. Finished up, but ante took me out from the top 10.
Oh, really?
Sag. Yeah.
I think
Or
I
top
should have
20,
I should have never played the no ante, man. I'm not enough of a nit for that shit. Yeah, actually. If I should have just only played the ante, that would have been much better.
What did you guys think of the timing for the mid stakes championship? Because it was like all of June. You guys think that was good?
It's a pretty good time because the game slowed down in the summer. So
Yeah.
Was it not during Vegas or something?
oh, that's true. It was during Vegas.
I
yeah,
mean,
but like, don't most players play one or the other?
Like live or online or what?
No, like cash or MTTs. Because I guess Vegas also has cash during the summer. You're right. I always think of like World Series more as a tournament thing, but there's
probably
plenty
is
of
more
cash
of a
running.
tournament. Yeah.
All right, boys. I gotta kick myself out. I gotta go make dinner for my folks.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for dropping by.
Yeah, pleasure. All right, peace.
Later, sir.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Coley,
Talking about dinner.
not a fan of the
It's
shower.
1 a.m. over here.
There's no
What
time
the
to eat.
hell?
Aren't you a night owl as well? I feel like you're up in the
A
night
little
pretty
bit.
often.
A little bit, yeah.
So
So what's the schedule looking like for the streaming?
honestly,
already?
I think no, like just it's not like a mid stakes where there is a lot of tables running and then I pick a time. Which last time it was 8 p.m. I would go live at 8 p.m. every day for like around 6 hours or so, or 4 hours. I think for this one, it's really like when are the games running. Last time it was kind of like noon to afternoon in Europe. And then for some reason at 7, 8 p.m. there was no games running, but then later it starts. And today...
Kind of like that, actually.
Really? Today it was like that. It was games in the afternoon, and then it started late though in the evening. Sometimes I think it starts at like 9, but now it started at like around 11:30 p.m.
But I don't think tomorrow has to be the same as today. Like
we'll
like
see.
6 different players can play, and these guys can like not play, and then all of a sudden you have a completely different
Yeah, for sure.
schedule.
Somebody asked about the guest commentating. So we had Coley earlier, and right now we got Showslar. They're two of the players that played in the Mid Stakes Championship, which was in June. They came on the stream a bunch of times as well. And JR asked, Johan still grinding 50 NL? Yes, but not super regularly. Like obviously now for the whole month I'm going to be commentating this, so that's kind of like my main focus. I don't think I will grind a ton outside of this.
On the side? Cheeky Russian cash on the side?
I feel like, I don't know, I get tired pretty easily. Like I was like super jet lagged recently because I was in the US. I just came back. So for like a week straight, I was in jet lag hell. And I've kind of banned myself from playing when I'm tired. And these days I'm always tired. So basically I just haven't been playing.
That's pretty good. I think a lot of people can learn from that.
Yeah, but then I never play now.
Yeah. You need to find a balance between indeed never playing or playing too much.
Yeah, it's hard. Jahar says, I won the Insta giveaway last time, which Prodigy just gave funds for. Fun stuff. Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, I remember that. That was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, tomorrow we should have Prodigy on, hopefully. I'm sure he's going to check in with us at some point, the champ.
While playing?
No, probably not. I don't think. The
did
mid
that
stakes, he
last
could
time,
do
right?
that. You know, he did that in mid stakes. Oh, I guess like maybe a little bit the high
I
stakes
think
one
they
also.
did that last time. Like, but that was maybe with the VIP game or so.
Yeah, I think it was like when he was with Lama, also at
Yeah,
the table,
exactly.
and like they were in the same place. But yeah, he did mention a bunch of times like it's not really suitable for him to be playing and on the call at the same time. So I don't think he would want to
Yeah,
do
of
it very
course.
often, just sometimes.
Mhm.
I remember Lama, he was
He's like
he,
screaming.
no, he was talking about how Prodigy, I think either he bet or like he had a call to make on the river, and he was talking about how Prodigy was massaging his own wrists. So he was just
Oh
talking
yeah.
about that, trying to get a read. Decky with the ace.
I also have seen people use different open sizes from different positions. I haven't seen that before. So like 2.5x from the button and then 2.2 from the cutoff, let's say.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. It's really. I want to know why they do that. I think to just mess around, I guess. Everyone's using different open sizes as well.
Yeah. Nowadays, don't you open bigger on the button just because it's the best position? And then you just kind of like print in when you play hands from there? So you kind
Yeah,
of
you
using
can.
your advantage?
Yeah, but that can work both ways. You can also say, I want to play more hands from the button, so I'm gonna use a smaller open size,
Yeah.
and then that's gonna allow me to play, let's say, 48% on the button instead of 45 or so. So yeah, it can get both way.
Yeah, I feel like once upon a time, I mean, again, like I played very recreationally for a long time. I felt like it was a smaller sizing on the button, wasn't it? In the past, like 2x, and then you would open bigger elsewhere.
Yeah, it kind of goes like grows in stages, and then you find out it was the other way around for like people solve it, and it's like, oh shit, it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Maybe it also has to do with if you're on the button, then you don't want to give the small blind and big blind too good of a price call because they already obviously have chips in, so you size up, something like that. And then under the gun, you have a lot of people behind indeed.
Were there much more tables running last time? Not much more, but a little more, yeah. It's really about how many players are playing. Like right now, you have 4 full tables.
Yeah.
And because there is no extra tables running, each table has 2 or 3 players in waiting list. So it means like if 2 or 3 more people start playing, suddenly you'll have, you'll go from 4 tables to potentially 8 immediately. The Rock was
Nobody's
always...
sitting anti.
Yeah, Anti's getting no love so far. Yara says The Rock was always useful for more tables. For more table, not tables, because he only ever played one on his phone.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's pretty chill. Just always one tabling on the phone in the pool.
That's the way.
Paying some 10k now on your phone.
Ooh, wait. There is a big pot here. I think that was 3 bets. Looks on the biggest. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
maybe it
yeah.
was a squeeze.
No, it was.
How is the pot this big? You would have had to go like 2.5 to 1400, so I think it might have been a squeeze.
That could be both. Big blind 3 bets are usually pretty big.
Yeah.
And they're also. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say
They were a little bit deeper, but yeah, not much more than 100
really.
bigs.
Like this would be more of a board where you would play two streets. out of position. With, you know, like tens, jacks, queens.
Oh, the Rockets, apparently. Let's see. Yeah, this was a squeeze.
He checks down the aces. The trap didn't work. Yeah, squeeze.
It's not a great board for him, is it? Would you bet this in this scenario? Somebody flatted button, then they call.
It's a really bad board, yeah. So it could even be close to a range check, because Barak has a lot of hands, like 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s.
Do you know what I would do here?
What, check jam? Check raise?
I would bet when they have a set, and I would check when they have a draw. That's how it always feels like when we get to showdown. Just can't get it right.
Check call is pretty nice with aces, with the spade as well.
So he checks again, checks around, 9 on the river.
Yeah, 9 is pretty bad. It's not, and the flush
Can't he
is also
block?
bad.
Oh, he's hoping like there's some sort of bluffs in there too.
Yeah. And even if he blocks and then he gets jammed on, he's still waiting live. Like, he can easily have 10-9 suited, flushes.
Yeah. I love Atar Uno. What table was that?
Why are you streaming on this account?
It will be explained later.
Okay.
Don't know what I can say or not now, so
Okay.
I'll not say anything. Left, I think. Okay, let me see. Was it the show table or the no show? Oh, I found it. What the hell was that? So it's an open by third sandwich, 2.25. Decky defense, the big blinds versus hijack. Ace Queen 5 rainbow, checks around. 9
Okay.
checks around. And then river. Decky leads for 30%. Third sandwich raises.
These are spots I struggle with a lot as well. And usually it just kind of is the hand that would make sense. Because like strong hands, you'd either bet on the flop or on the turn, right? If you didn't have ace queen, ace king, 9s, queens, 5s. So relatively often it's just going to be something like a7 or 7s.
Okay.
And then maybe like ace jack or something that decided to check back flop and then again on the turn and then now wants to get value.
What about a bluff?
It's tough to find bluffs. Because like obviously you're just gonna bet the flop reasonably often. And then if you did check back with, let's say, king jack, jack 10, 10-8 suited, then it's pretty tempting to just bet the flop. Action was hijack open, big blind call, checks down to the river, and then big blind blocks, and he raises in position.
I guess you agree with the king's
Whoa.
play?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so he identifies correctly that kings is just strong enough to value raise, given that it went check, check, check. And it gets called by a weak queen, yeah.
Is it thin with kings, or you think it's just good?
Yeah, it's definitely thin.
And what about the queen calling here? Like, basically saying, yeah, he has a bluff catcher. He's saying an ace would have bet. He has second pair.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking what kind of bluff you could have. Yeah, that's a good point. An ace might bet bigger on the river, so then the block sizing is just kind of capped towards a queen very often, or a 9 or so, and then kings is just ahead of the bulk of that range.
Would Jack 10 bet flop or turn?
Not always, but reasonably often.
Okay.
Like you don't have to, of course, but yeah, it's pretty tempting, right? Because you have Jack high, and then you either have a gut shot or an open ender, and then you can fold out king high. So it's reasonably attractive to bet your Jack 10. So yeah, I'm thinking what would be a good bluff, and I'm kind of struggling even. Because like, sure, you could have 6-5 suited, but then you could just call. So it has to be something unpaired. Or an underpair, like deuces, 3s, 4s. Jack 10, King Jack, yeah, I mean, apparently Dayon thinks he has enough bluffs because he called the queen, which is definitely not blocking with, or not chopping with any value. So he thinks he has enough bluffs.
Yeah.
But he was going relatively thin with the kings, so that's indeed very well played.
Lemon, what's up, dude? Says, bloody hell, is that on Poker Strategy? It is! Well, what's the bankroll at? Since you ran it up from the giveaway last time. Did you convert your $50 into 10K to play one of the stables yet?
That'd be impressive.
I don't remember exactly how much he went to, but I believe the giveaway, I don't remember actually if it was like $20 or 50, but I think he might have gone up to like 200 plus, just gradually going from table to table every time he had the next buy-in.
So your bad beat.
Didn't you even join him on the table? I don't think so. I don't even remember.
22,400. Again, aces with the relative small pot on a very bad board. On the show table.
What do you think of calling ace-6 suited? Wait, oh, he's in position actually, never mind.
That's standard, yeah.
Yeah, out of position, you would fold, right?
Yeah. Well, depend. Like what position you mean?
Like let's say he was cut off against button.
Yeah, 100%.
Ace-6 suited is the worst suited ace, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then it's definitely a fold. But button, small blind.
Yeah, when I was in Texas,
I think you mainly call.
When I was in Texas in the summer, there was like I was playing at the lodge, and then they always show on the TVs the games that are going on the stream, obviously with delay. And there was a player, he called a 3-bet out of position with ace-6 suited. They were playing like a decently big game as well.
Yeah. Usually live, that's not great. So the high rake and stuff like that. But yeah, who knows? Maybe the guy is 3-betting wide and it's strong enough. Or maybe they were playing 7 deuce game or something. Did he lead? I don't think he.
They check down after on the. No, he check called the flop.
Check, yeah.
He 3-bet pre, then he
so
check
again, aces choosing to slow play and choosing.
I mean, look at this board, man.
Yeah, exactly. On the flop.
I told you if you bet it, somebody has a set. If you check, they have a draw. You just can't win.
Yeah, exactly. Aces is such a typical hand in like NL 200 or so, where those checking range is like super capped, But just sometimes they just have aces, and that's about it. And then if you get called, you kind of know it's aces, because that's the only reasonable and that people like to slow play and understand that they can slow play.
Yeah.
The kings would probably like jack raise or like bet themselves. Same thing with queens. Or like a set.
Yes, Lemon, it's going to be 4 weeks of action here on this. It's both on Twitch and YouTube.
Have we seen any good bluffs yet? I feel like we've just seen setups. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any particular
Have we seen like
bluff
a big
going
bluff?
through, but I've only been like stream hour wise, it's only been 3 hours for now.
Like it's, yeah, okay, sure.
And it's hard
I
to
know.
keep track of everything too.
Yeah, the hands we've seen is just like set for the two pair, like over pair.
What is this run out here? 8 on the river. Let's go to 6-7. Yeah, nice to have Davy Jones in the pool.
Yeah, I didn't actually. Oh, Llama is sitting Davy Jones heads up right now. But they're probably waiting for another one. Yeah, Llama and Davy are on the 2 open tables.
Nice.
That'd be nice to see.
Ooh, look at that raise. Bluff.
Nope.
Yeah.
We've only seen the nuts so far. Well, second nuts.
I thought there might be a bluff.
Interesting, he only uses a 2.5x open from the small blind. It's really small. Flopping the nuts.
You saw the big bets?
No, I didn't.
He did it again. $10 more than the pot.
Yeah. He must be custom sizing it, yeah. I think he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, it must be.
Just for the jokes or something.
Yeah. A few years ago, I played. I won a ticket for the main event, and then I had. I think it was one real legit pro from what I could tell at the table, and he was directly on my left. And he played a hand where he tried to bluff against a recreational player, and he bets exactly the pots on the river plus 1 big blind. And then he got called. Obviously, the guy's a recreational, so he doesn't give a damn. So he just called him with whatever. And then later, I had a hand with him where I had trips. I had ace-10 suited on like ace-ace, 2 low cards, and then a king. And he did the same bet. And I was like, oh my God, this is like so meta, you know? Like, I saw him bluff with this, like, it's literally unfollowable. So I called, and he had ace-king. He had like top vote. So
it's pretty impressive to even know what the pot is live.
You got nothing else to do. You got only one table, and you're live.
Yeah, but
you're counting every straight how much is in there.
Yeah, but still, if you're playing like to the river, it's pretty impressive to know exactly what the pot is.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's easy?
Yeah, I'm used to it. I think I count even when I'm not in the hands.
Like I know around like it's like 130-ish or something like that, but then I'm always like a bit off.
How? Because like with the blinds and big blind ante, it's like very easy, I think, to calculate.
Yeah. I think the stacks I'm not very good at.
Like eyeing a stack and knowing how much somebody has, I'm like terrible. I guess
I
I haven't
always
played that many
underestimate
tournaments.
stacks.
Yeah.
I always underestimate
Some
stacks.
people are really good. They give one glance, they instantly know like the exact number.
Yeah. It's just practice, of course, the more you do it. Gotten better at it recently, but I noticed that I always underestimate people. It's like, oh, he has like 20 base, that's fine. And then start counting, it's like, 27? That's a lot. And never mind. And then I fold.
An overbet here. $150% looks like.
Such a nice profile picture. The Gengar.
Is that Pokemon or something?
Yeah.
I was never really much into Pokemon.
If someone has that profile picture, then you know he's trying to bluff you. But maybe he's using it against him when playing like a nit. It's like being the guy called the Omega bluffer. He's always gonna have a set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know about Davy Jones?
Yeah, I know that he's been considered the best cash game player of the world for a very long time, so
Yeah, I kept hearing about how he had like a huge win rate in high stakes game, which many thought wasn't possible.
yeah, maybe it is. Maybe he's running out. Maybe it's both.
It's over a
probably
super
both.
big sample though.
Yeah. Yeah, then he's playing good, game selecting well. Probably a lot of that. He didn't play a lot last time, right?
No, I think he played like 16K hands. Let me bring it up.
Okay, some.
Yeah, 13K hands, and his EV was 3.5 binds, but he was actually way above EV result-wise, 3.5 binds.
A blind.
Not way above, but above.
Yeah, I mean, 14,000 hands is can't really say anything about the win rate from there.
Yeah. I wonder why. I think he maybe played in the start mostly. I don't remember exactly. Maybe he already had plans around that time. But yeah, not the biggest volume. Of course, like it's high stakes. You wouldn't expect. Like not only they don't have as many tables running as mid stakes, but also there's not really like many sickos that would play 8 tables if there were 8 tables. I think it's mostly maybe Kevin and maybe Rick.
I saw Linus.
Yeah, I guess Linus
yesterday,
good.
open sitting every table.
Yeah.
And indeed, Kevin.
Kevin's a machine, man.
Prodigy is more the type of guy that just plays 2 tables a game,
Yeah.
2 hours, then goes off, then comes back again. Yeah, indeed. Davey has some nice turn check raises and stuff. I saw some heads up hands from him.
Did you hear the story last time from Dylan that he told about Davy Jones?
No?
He said he was at an event somewhere and he talked to Davy Jones. I'm so bad at telling stories or remembering in details, but yeah, I think he was just talking to him at like maybe some player's party or something. And then Davy Jones started talking to him and he's like, suddenly this conversation evolved. He's like, yeah, and like this is how you exploit Linus.
Oh, okay.
And he was just sat there like listening to the whole thing.
I mean, I don't know him at all, but it sounds reasonable for someone that's been playing poker his whole life. The highest stakes. Even when you're at a party, you're not really at a party. You're thinking about your next grind.
About 3-bet hands, 4-bet hands.
Yeah. Thinking about that hand where you got owned. That's why he's the best, or one of the best.
Did you see there is a... Let me find it exactly. But basically, there's going to be VIP games with some of the same ways to qualify that there was in the last one. You know.
Yeah, the streamer.
Yeah, so there's one that that's the streamer. It's called the streamer, and it
Yeah,
says
I'm really curious who's gonna do that.
It says during the week, any player who streams their play on Cash Game World Championship tables for a minimum of 2 hours will be entered into a raffle for the Sunday VIP game. For the qualifier, there will be a requirement to stream with whole cards visible in this VIP game, as well as having a camera and microphone set up for the best viewing experience.
I honestly think they're asking a bit too much.
I mean, I don't know, it's 2 hours. Come on.
Yeah, okay, but it's also just like having to stream the VIP game. With
Yeah,
your
actually,
face.
I guess like
like a lot of them. Well, actually, nobody of them streams, I think, and then also having to show your face. Like, I think they're not gonna do it, or like one guy might do it, and then he's gonna get the thing. Or do you have someone in mind? Who do you think is?
I think we should join our bankroll and play for 2 hours and qualify as the only player who did it.
That's actually, yeah, I didn't think about that. Actually,
2 hours is like too much, but like you could lose a lot. It's sick.
Or you could win a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know.
I think Prodigy used to stream, no? Like
yeah, but I don't think he did webcam. But he could probably, like, I mean, he's like, also he's probably one of those guys that's like comfortable to stream and not being afraid of like giving away much.
Because he's probably just trying to win the whole thing and he doesn't care about 5k EV from the weekly VIP game or something like that.
Dude, he can be much more.
He probably just wants to lock in. And
honestly. The VIP game could be, I mean, it's like only one VIP, I think, but...
Yeah, but it's... I think last year was 20k NL, now it's 10k NL.
Yeah.
But it's 7 deuce game, so yeah, who knows? Probably will play a lot bigger.
Prodigy has a $10 webcam. Wait, he streamed webcam before? Oh, you mean when he did like the mechanics of poker, maybe? I thought his webcam was alright.
Maybe. Yeah. I think he means back in the day.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of guys that used to stream that I never watched. Such a shame. Like MTG players as well.
There's a new video with Rene. Yeah, I saw
it as well.
Yeah, Prodigy has like a cloth rack behind him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a rack to put clothes on. Yeah, gonna be cool to hear from him later. I hope we get...
Well, he has to defend his title, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, having him on the stream is always like...
Yeah.
The sweet part as well. He's always willing to share insights.
Yeah, indeed. He's I feel like one of the only ones that's really willing to talk about a lot of strategy.
Yeah, but I think he keeps it GTO.
It's probably like...
He doesn't talk about experts.
It's probably the strategy that isn't that valuable for the other players, whereas it can be very valuable for, for us and lower stakes players. But indeed, he definitely knows like when to shut his mouth about a certain line or something.
Yeah, I've messaged a lot of people about coming on the stream, so we'll see who ends up showing up. There is some you'll never get, like Linus. I don't think will ever join us. Unfortunately. Actually, Linus needs to win, because if he wins, it's kind of like, you almost can't say no. So we would get him for a little bit and talk to him.
Yeah. I think Kevin won't join either.
Well, he did last time at the end.
Yeah, I never managed to find
Yeah,
video.
that's
back for the
unfortunate.
recording.
Actually, wait,
I
it
think it
might
got deleted or something.
it might still be up. Maybe I can send it to you.
I tried searching it. I really couldn't find it.
Yeah, no, I mean it might still be up on like a drive.
Okay.
Because like
Yeah, sure.
I record and upload all VODs. Yeah, the end was pretty epic because like a lot of the guys came on the call, like including Kevin, and Kevin had like not that
That was
great a
fun.
microphone. You know, that's what I'll say for somebody who's playing for these stakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sounded like a $2 microphone. Look at this: raise 3 bets, fold 4,
It's a big
jam.
cold 4 as well. That's a really big cold 4.
And we're gonna see a fold. No, we don't see. Well, he had it.
Yeah. Usually these hands are actually the most boring hands, to be honest. It's like, okay, Davy Jones just had ace king, and he was sitting there with ace queen suited.
So what called for folds there?
It was big blind versus small versus cutoff versus button, but definitely like ace 10 suited, ace jack suited, ace queen off, maybe low frequency. Oh, king queen off's probably folding, but like king jack suited, king 10 suited, some ace 5 suited stuff.
Okay.
And then maybe pocket nines / tens.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly suited broadways. That are too strong to fold, but definitely not strong enough to get in. Cause like Davy or like the 5-bet jam into 2 people is just minimum ace king and jacks. So then even if you have tens there, you're just hating your life.
It's so awkward with ace queen.
Yeah, I mean ace queen suited is, or ace queen off is a very comfortable 4-bet fold there.
Ace queen suited is so weird too, right? Because like let's say you raise and you get 3 bets, it's like very easy to call. But now, I believe theory has no calls. It's only you fold or you 4-bet.
Yeah, I mean, most people indeed don't play a cold call strat, but ace queen suited is probably one of the prime candidates for cold calling, along with tens, jacks, what you always see in the lower stakes.
Yeah. Reliment Sage. Actually, JR.
Maybe,
Oh,
but maybe actually some if you're like very deep stack, I think you have some cold calls.
yeah. Ooh, another pot brewing. Okay, let me catch up to chat. Lehman Poker said Johan is back. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome back as well. JR said, who are you guys rooting for winning the challenge? For me, it's Enlight. I'm kind of unbiased personally. Like, I would say anyone that joins the call regularly. So maybe Prodigy. What about you?
Fair. Yeah, I think Kevin.
Oh, come on.
Just because he's playing a lot.
Too obvious.
Okay. Wait, let me pick another one.
And Railingman said the players could stream but say
Davey.
fake reads on their opponents to fuck with them. Yeah. Davey?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Davey.
Yeah, that's a good one. Lehman said, I'm rooting for my buddy Chile. Great guy. He's fun.
Your buddy.
I feel like Chile he's one of those guys that likes trolling a little bit.
Wait, I recognize that name. Is that an MTT player or something? I recognize that name.
Like a French name. It's like the hands. Les mains.
Yeah.
PokerStrategy is winning the challenge. Finally, someone making cash game content. Yes, Lemon there. It's good. It's a good thing. What's up, Smeebs in the house? Hey, we got a big hand here.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to end so we can replay it.
What in the world is this run out? Paired boards.
I think
Or to a
Luca was the
flush.
aggressor and then checked the river.
Wait, so he 3-bet the big blind pre or he check raise flop? One or the other, I guess.
Yeah, I think So I'm a cash American guy. Ice cream every night. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I remember ice cream. Yeah. Hey, you're welcome to join the stream whenever you want. It was really fun to hear from you during the mid stakes championship, boss.
Yeah, you were pretty relaxed, I remember.
Well, with a nickname like ice cream every night, it would be strange if you were stressed out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like somebody who has 420 in their nickname. You know, you don't expect them to be too hyper. So it's
Yeah, he was chill.
cut off against big blinds, and I'm guessing check raise on the flop.
Okay.
Although it is a big bet. What check raises here against the
75.
big bets?
Like 2 pairs, combo draws, and actually even ace jack I think is not necessarily a raise. So I would say 2 pairs and combo draws and sets.
And he continues small on the jack turn that completes the flush. We see another call.
Yeah,
King on the river.
It's a pretty bad that the jack pairs, but then it's pretty good that the flush comes in. And then the 4th club is pretty bad again because you don't really have offsuit high clubs. Whereas they could, have like ace of clubs, queen of clubs. So check makes sense. Maybe he was even thinking about check jamming like a bluff with, like counterfeit 10-4 suited or so. Or very often he's gonna have a flush that is hating his life. Half pot.
So you just fold, like let's say big blind has a jack here against half pot
It's
on the
tough to have
river.
a jack, because I don't think you check raise much jack X on the flop. I think even ace jack with the ace of clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, sure you can raise, but like.
Okay, let's say he has the ace of clubs and he faces half pot on the river. What would you make of this?
Then if you have like a boat blocker, then you can jam maybe. And if you have just the ace of clubs, then you call. Because obviously you're beat versus any boat.
Yeah.
Which at this point is quite reasonable.
One of the tables broke. I'm guessing one or two other players left. Yeah, I don't see.
That's actually funny. I'm a cash American guy. Yeah, then you have to be chill.
The leaderboard is updated. Actually, wait, I didn't find the update on the websites. It's not the same as it was for the mid stakes.
Oh, hi, Mark is joining.
What?
He opened the table.
Oh yeah, he just responded because I was asking him to come to join the call.
So what, the leaderboard is there?
No, yeah. So remember the mid stakes championship? You will go to Coinpoker promotions, Cash Game World Championship. Then you click leaderboard, and then you could click a tab that opened it. Now it's not there, so I guess I'll get an update later exactly how to check it. We can have a look together.
Play a lot with Davey during series. Okay. Nice. Like during one series?
And
MTV series?
Lama joined the tables, by the way.
Yeah. And Dunkaroos. Who was that again?
C Lama joined the tables.
No, Dunkaroos.
Oh, I don't know that.
Okay. He comes Vegas WSOP. Oh, okay, nice. I've seen Dunkaroos play on coin before, like high stakes. That's all I know. Still nobody playing ante.
Nobody likes the antes. Maybe they should have done the same format as.
Where you're forced to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing Kaki probably polled the players and they preferred this, being able to choose.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, there's always people gonna be disliking the format and stuff, but
yeah,
like nothing is gonna be fair. If one guy wins by just playing ante, then that won't sound fair, but
which Jeremiah do you mean, Ice Cream?
I think it's just between them, like one of them for their friends.
Oh yeah, I think he means what I think he means. Jeremiah Williams, who used to stream. I saw him last time. I was playing at the Bellagio. And then I think he was in the 10, 20, 40 there. Which I believe is
you guys are all in Vegas, huh?
You know, I was talking a lot about it during the Mid Stakes Championship. It's like it's a sick place to go.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the players in the Mid Stakes Championship, like I kept in touch with him. He went to Vegas and he completely crushed in cash games.
Really?
Yeah, he posted his result on Instagram. Yeah, very sick.
Was it, or you don't want to?
I don't know if you would want me to say. I can tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so I took a screenshot.
I mean, if you're good enough to beat like pretty tough online games, then obviously
he posted his result and he said he felt like he was the best at literally every table he sat, but he was only there for like 2-3 weeks. But he crushed. Like he had really good
still
win
in 2-3 weeks you can get crushed, right? You can still lose a lot, even if you're winning at a very high win rate, I imagine.
Yeah. I took a screenshot and I sent it to Coley to try and him to go to Vegas because I was always telling him.
Oh yeah. Unless you're like really not familiar with playing live, I guess. Just like handling the chips, handling people staring at you.
I think you get used to it pretty quick, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Ice Cream says funny. I ended up playing with Venator for Mid Stakes Championship live recently a few weeks ago in LA. Yeah, he was.
Venator. I'm still waiting for what is it? A podcast with him. I thought Renee would make a podcast with him.
Yeah, maybe he asked him and he declined because he had a lot of people on.
Yeah. He was part of the 5 guys, but
oh, okay, so he was.
Yeah, but I thought like I think he's interesting enough to make like a whole episode of.
Yeah. He was in Vegas while I was there. Like I was following his stories. He was playing a lot of tournaments in the series.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean he's a tournament player. Like, well, at least I think he's more of a tournament player than a cash game player.
Lama and Davey going at it here. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have Ohio Mark joining us at some point as well on the stream. I think in the last Cash Game World Championship, actually the high stakes one, he was almost checking in daily with us. Like when he was going for a walk or for a workout, he would just get on his phone and join the stream for a bit.
Nice.
Is there someone asking for money in the chat?
What is Llama's profile picture even?
He's like so small. Is that like a kid next to a globe?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, Coin in that sense could do better in my opinion. Like profile pictures are so small, the labels are small. Even the stacks are relatively small.
But the website is still the best.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Okay, something happens.
I told you, nobody was bluffing, and then Llama apparently heard me. So he had to try.
And he ran into 2 pairs.
By the way, he opened the button. Do you remember his hand? 7-6 off. Okay. It's here to play.
Wow, he raised turn against spot size. And he jams river, and Davy Jones says nope. Oh my goodness.
6-7 off open on the button is. I think that shows what mood he's in.
Pretty sick call. I mean, I guess by
Yeah,
this
very
player's
sick call.
by this player's standard, would that be a normal call?
No.
Okay.
No. He's not beating value, and he, especially without a heart, it's pretty shit spot. So I think this is more like street poker in the sense that I don't think he has a flush, and I don't think he's going that thin. So I'm calling. Flush coming out on the river is kind of interesting. Because Llama usually doesn't raise flush draws, I think. So it's more of an advantage to Davy.
Two pairs. Davy Jones running hot, maybe. In another hand with Decky on the other sides.
Classic Coinpoker, beggars, and yeah, that is kind of annoying. That random people can just type in here.
Give me one bind for these games, guys. I can't beat them.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, re-raise. It's nice to see Davy, by the way, very active early on. This tells us that he might be playing the whole time, the whole 4 weeks to try and win.
I mean, it would make sense because he didn't give it his all last time.
Yeah.
But people often compare him Prodigy now and like who's the best. So I think it's gonna be a good like battle with both of them trying, and then obviously Linus and the rest too.
All right, what the hell is this run out here? Fall to a straight. There's a flush on there.
It's not great. That's why it goes check check. Okay, these are the fun hands that I'm watching for.
So it's button open, 3-bet in the big blind, call. 10-8-7 monotone. 10%. 10% bet call. 4 on the turn, and then he goes small.
Okay. I mean, the small bets make sense because it's connected and it's mono. So even though you have, for instance, aces, it's really not worth that much because the board can just change at any time. With the diamond coming out, with the 5 coming out, with the 9 coming out, or a jack. Or 10.
Who has more flushes here?
Dayon, probably. Because he opens and then he calls a 3-bet, whereas Davy's more polar. Especially from the big blind. Sure, he will have some hands like 10-8 suited. Actually, those are not flushes anymore, but like Jack 9 suited, obviously some suited connectors and stuff. But I think the big blind 3-bet is more polar. So we'll have more offsuit hands, and then Dayon will have more flushes. So Davey has to be pretty careful with putting money in. And then this raise is where it gets interesting. So he decided not to raise on the flop, but then on the turn, then it just goes check check on the.
Is King 7 one of those hands you call comfortably here, or it's like very close?
No, it gotta be very close. But then, yeah, it's no rake, and you're in position.
Yeah.
Could also be sizing dependent, right? If he 3-bets like very large, that you just fold it, and then if it's on the smaller side, that you peel. Or it's mixing. But I don't think this is a pure call.
I remember a while back, actually, I sent a hand to someone where I called a 4-bet with something like King 7 suited. And then I for some reason, I just knew the guy was like full of it by the river, so I ended up calling like a big bet or maybe even a jam. And then I was proud of the hand because I'm so bad.
Yeah. And then
I just
someone
sent it
just
to
roasts
someone.
you instantly.
Yeah, no. And I was like, oh, what do you think of this? Expecting some praise. And he's like, you literally called a 4-bet with King 7 suited.
Yeah.
A good
I've
wake
been
up
there.
call to not do this anymore.
Oh, check that hand on the left. Left show table where Chile got a stack.
So it's a flat button against hijack. Big blind comes along as well. So 3-way to ace jack 6.
Okay.
And then Dunkaroo's on the button with the ducks. Stabs, gets called. King on the turn. He stabs again. Pots. He gets called.
Massive bet as well.
Yeah, he picked a bad spot here to go for this because he runs into top sets.
Take bluff.
There you go. You wanted to see some bluff. And none of them are working.
Wow. Especially the kind of massive bet on the 3-way. You don't really see that often. Like he's polarizing instantly to some basically 2-pair plus hand. And yeah, he pulled the underpair. That is something you will just never see at mid-stakes. Someone just blasting off an underpair on ace-high board.
Until you start doing it and exploit the hell out of those guys.
No, because they just call and then still lose.
All right, pretty low SPR. 11K in there. Any jack is a straight. And he goes for a small bet. Doesn't quite jam.
Then he's probably saying he has a set. Or top 2.
Chile finding the jam pretty quickly, gets a fold through.
Yeah. Well, with the jack, it's easy, right? You have the nuts. But what would he do?
Aren't
with
you
the bluff?
supposed to wait a little bit and jam, or you think it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on the spot. Like, especially these guys, they know what they're bluffing and they know what they're value betting. So at some point, if you tank, there's just no need to because he knows I'm bluffing 10-9. He knows I'm value jamming any straight. So you don't. Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you need to time, then you need to time. I try to be more balanced as well, but yeah, I don't think people can extract that much information from it.
Do you play mostly online or some live too these days?
No, still mostly online, but I try to play a series of. I try to play like I don't know 6 series a year or so, just live series, live stops. and then play some live tournaments.
Anywhere in Europe or like one place in particular?
Well, usually just in the Netherlands here, but I went to Barcelona this year to the EPT, and then yeah, who knows? Maybe next year again. Because to be honest, I don't really understand the guys that never play live, and I don't understand the guys that never play online either. Like anything in between, I think is reasonable. You know, if you're mainly playing online, sometimes play a live trip, or mainly playing live, sometimes play online. I can get behind everything, but just playing live or just playing online seems a bit boring to me.
Yeah, I really like going back and forth as well.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to be locked in, you know, study a bit more, get some volume in, and then you play online. And sometimes you're more in the mood to, I don't know, play some higher stakes and.
Sometimes it's hard though. Like when I was in Vegas, I play 1-3, and then people they under 3-bets. They have like 0 3-bet bluff. So and they only 4-bet aces and kings, and so it's like, you know, like you just never see those lines. And then after like 2 weeks of playing live, I was like, oh, let's do an online session. So I load a couple tables on Coin No Limit 50. And literally every table, I'm getting cold 4.
Yeah.
Every hand, like a 3-bet cold 4. I have ace queen every time, ace queen off. I'm like, all right, great, this is fun.
Yeah, I mean that's like you said, I always have that as well. I really enjoy an online session after a week of grinding live, and the other way around as well. You know, at a certain time you just get frustrated with people live playing so slow, the dealers being slow, and then you not being able to make volume because you're getting dealt 20 hands an hour, and then online you can just play the volume that you play live in a month, in one day. And especially if you're playing full time and you're dependent on playing poker for money, then playing live can be pretty stressful.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially as a tournament player, because then you're just dependent on that, massive FT or deep run.
You're at the mercy of variance. Matt Marinelli joined the tables, by the way.
Oh, nice. Can you pronounce his name for me?
Matt Marinelli.
That was his nickname.
Oh, I love Avril Lavigne.
Oh yeah. Do you know what that is or who that is?
You don't know Avril Lavigne?
No.
What?
Should I search it up?
I almost want to sing the Skater Boy song, but yeah, you should look it up. Probably you've heard that before.
I'm too young for that, I think.
What year is that?
Skater Boy, 2002. Yep.
When were you born?
That is 2003.
That's so sick.
Yeah. I'm 22, stuck in micros.
You gotta visit some of the classics.
Yeah, apparently.
It's
the same with people.
Dude, everybody had a crush on Avril Lavigne.
Oh, okay. She's French?
Pretty famous. No, I think she's like a French Canadian, maybe.
Okay, yeah. I also have that often when I play live and people are talking about like famous poker players, and I'm just saying like I've never heard of that person. Like, who is that?
Somebody's like Sam Farah. You're like, who is that?
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Yeah. And then
wait, you know who Sam Farah is, or you don't?
No, I don't.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then people nowadays, obviously, if you say like, yeah, Prodigy, they're like, who the fuck is Prodigy? I just know Phil Ivey and Daniel Negreanu. Yeah, I mean, it works the other way around.
Do you know Patrick Antonius?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I know most famous poker players, but only if they're like still active.
Yeah.
Like if they quit like 10 years ago, then yeah, how am I supposed to know them, you know?
I think also like you need to follow like semi closely. Like let's say you don't really open coverage websites or like social media. Like, how
Yeah.
you ever really gonna know those guys? Like, even if you watch a bunch of streams, it might be like some of the same players returning. Like me personally, before I switched to cash, I was playing MTTs, but then once I switched to cash, because I was playing recreationally, I was kind of doing my own thing, so I didn't watch a ton of content. So the channels that I
Okay.
was watching and following were like very few and select. Like, for example, Poker with Risk, Ryan Risk was one of them.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know much beyond that. And then people came on the stream, they were like, oh, you gotta follow, Yuri Pelek, Guerrilla Poker, Clanty, Ben
Well, like,
Abelbit,
when it comes-
Waco. So I
yeah,
followed
yeah.
all these guys. But I didn't
When it
know
comes
them.
to like content and strategy, I think I know like a lot of everyone you just mentioned. So when like for educational purposes, I definitely watch a lot of guys and I know a lot of guys. And also online players right now, but I think it's more like the like the OGs from WSOP 20 years ago that have like 6 bracelets. Like, I don't know who the hell have bracelets, stuff like that. Ken, yeah, I think I knew him before the championship as well from Tritons, I think.
But you know that Phil Hellmuth's the GOAT, though.
I know that Phil Hellmuth is a famous player. I used to actually be such a fan of Daniel Negreanu,
Yeah.
but only until I started playing poker myself. And then I realized, like, wait, this guy's just a goofball, Like, what is he even saying?
What?
Like,
Really?
yeah. Like, I used to really enjoy him.
You saw some hands.
Like, oh, he's the GOAT. Yeah, exactly. And then
you
I
saw some hands from him
like,
after you learned poker that told you,
yeah.
like, really? I thought he's still decently sharp.
Like, let me give you an example. Like, he's like streaming, and then he gets Ace King, and then he's gonna say, "Okay, guys, so hey, we have Ace King here. Someone has opened. This is like a very good 3-bet hand, but this time I'm just gonna call." And then he just does that like all the time. Or he's like, "We have top pair Ace 10 on 10-7-3. We could check raise this. Actually, it's actually a very nice check raise. But this time I'm just gonna call." And then I'm thinking like, "What? What is he saying?" And then I can't take him serious anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm just gonna mix it up and just call." Yeah, okay. After that, I can't watch him anymore.
That's so funny.
We got KN, Jungleman, and Lena 900 coming to a small casino in Spain at the end of the month. Oh.
Can't even run studies. Where is it? Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Barcelona?
I sat with Lena in the main event this year.
Nice.
On his table, yeah. Actually, I won a few nice pots from him.
Easy.
Yeah, it was actually a very easy hand for me. I just had to click call 3 times, and then he just showed me a random bluff.
We says, please go on about DNEGs. Yeah, I think also, like, I was kind of a big fan of Daniel, but then, like, I don't know, some streams made me be like, I don't know what's going on. Like, like he snapped a couple times on stream. Like, he told some guy he was gonna feed him his own teeth in a very specific way. I was like, what is going on with this guy?
Grand Casino Murcia. A lot of cash games with my Swedish friends.
Murcia, okay. I think I played in Valencia when I went there. I got epic slow rolled actually.
Oh, I went there, but not in the casino. But that's a very nice casino, I think.
I think it was alright. I mean, compared to Vegas, I think everything's kind of meh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I got slow rolled by some older lady with aces.
Oh.
Aces, dude.
Yeah.
And like on the river, she looked like she lost. And then she slow turned her. For some reason, I think
I had that as well with an old guy. Yeah.
Dude, I've eliminated.
They like to do that shit. I don't know why.
Everything that irritates me at the table, but slow roll and stuff like this, it still is the stuff that like kind of gets on my nerves.
Yeah. That's actually one of the reasons I haven't played live cash in a while. So I used to actually play a lot of live, like every Friday night. I would just play 5-5 in my local casino in Rotterdam. But then I just started running a bit less good, and then I was like, I'm just gonna stick to online. And then I got slow rolled by some old dude when I thought I was gonna win a 5K pot. Then he just showed top set.
What's the reg there?
5% cap, 30 now.
Oh my god!
So 6 BB.
Get a flight to Vegas. You'll pay less rake by buying a flight.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
Pretty bad indeed. But to be fair, the stacks are kind of deep.
Yeah,
it's like it's 5-5, but
is it soft
people
enough?
are, still sitting with 2K. Like
it's soft enough to justify playing.
Yeah. Like you can definitely have a good win rate in that. It used to be cap 25, so it used to be a bit better.
Yeah. They raised it by 5. Oh my god! In Vegas, they raised it by $1, and it already feels like unacceptable.
Yeah,
because it's 10%.
Just recently.
It's 10% up to $5. Oh, it was before, and now they raised it to 6.
10% is still a lot, though.
Yeah, but it's not $30. It's $5, and now 6.
Yeah, I find it hard to compare that because indeed the cap is way lower, so I guess it's gonna be lower, but you can't underestimate the fact that it's like 10% like every time of every pot.
Yeah.
So, like even though the cap is $5, it's gonna be hit every single hand because every hand is gonna be $50, right?
I think in 510 it starts being a lot better because you pay by 30 minutes. You pay by time.
Yeah, makes sense. Is it rake pre-flop or not? So, like if you 3-bet someone.
You mean in the 2-5 or 1-3?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Good. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, actually, I'd probably, if I would live close to Vegas, then I'd probably grind some. But it feels boring though. Just like a lot of regs that are like not studying and just kind of bad.
So exactly destroy them.
Yeah, but you need to wait very long till you get like a good spot, you know? Because like you can beat them, but you're not gonna make a lot of money from them, unless it's like a will reg.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing live is fun. I really like playing versus regs live as well. Like versus fish, sure you make a lot of money from it, but
yeah.
Versus regs is more fun. I
feel like even though I'm not like a full-time player, I don't study the most. I definitely improved a decent amount. And then my last few trips to Vegas, I just look at what people are doing. Now that I know the game better, I'm like, what is going on? Like a reg who's playing deep, he's like mean squeezing aces. He's giving them the perfect odds to call. And then some guy who plays every day and plays super tight, but always ends up snapping, he just calls him on tilt with queen 10. It just flops like a gutter ball, and then the guy with aces, he like min bets. The guy calls and he spikes his gutter on the turn.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys like that in my opinion that are kind of like live regs. Like no disrespect to anyone, but like live regs that they seem decent, and then they're talking about ranges and GTO and whatever and whatnot, and then you see them make a play and you're like, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you even saying? How are you talking about ranges? You just called this guy with king 10 off. Like, what are you doing?
There was a player actually. I played with him a little bit, and like he kept folding to my 3-bets, but like outrageous hands. Like I 3-bet king queen off small blind against button, I think it was, and then he folded 10s face up. Like in his mind, I was the tightest player of all time or something. I don't know. And then later. At 3-bet ace king off on the button, he was cut off, and he folded ace king suited face up. And I was just thinking, all right, just give me any two. Like I'm just gonna 3-bet this guy.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, and then like later, it turns out this guy is like one of my friend's friend, and then he organized a dinner with everybody. So I went to dinner with this guy, and I talked to him, and I was like, "What are you doing, dude? Like, why are you folding this?"
What did he say?
I don't remember exactly, but I think he thought like because I 3-bet big, but I told him it's because we were deeper, right? I cannot 3-bet like I shouldn't 3-bet probably the same amount.
That's a good rate.
Yeah, it's like proportional. And then and also like he definitely like he cannot fold his hands. It's like insane that he folds this. Imagine I had king queen off out of position.
Or maybe he was just like up money, and then he just thought like, like this guy, I haven't seen him playing a lot of hands. Like
I think like the only explanation I could see is like he thought I was like super tight, and most people are super tight in those games, but that's why.
To be fair, I do actually respect the discipline. Like
Yeah.
who is disciplined enough to fold tens or ace king to 3-bet.
Yeah. I think it gets
Because,
awkward.
like-
It gets awkward very quickly because people open bigger on average, so then the 3-bets are bigger, and then you play like with very, very low SPR.
And to be fair, like, okay, tens and ace king might not be a fold to a 3-bet, but like nines and an ace queen versus a 3-bet of like a, you know, a nittier player, those are like really good folds if you can make them. Because you can really, you know, get in trouble if you call and then
Yeah, sure.
hit your ace on an ace high board or whatever. Enlight is typing in chat saying WTB seat. Double price if +1. What? Oh, willing to buy seat?
Yeah, but there is a empty seat. I think he's just having.
Willing to buy seat. Double price if +1.
He's just trolling. He after the first Cash Game World Championship, he won the best shatter award. So he was trolling a whole bunch in the chats, making funny comments.
Okay.
He's really funny,
Okay.
actually. That guy.
I honestly don't know anything about him.
There was actually an interaction that was really funny with him and Decky, where he was. I don't remember exactly how it started, but he was saying something like that he just had it or whatever.
And then he took it serious.
Yeah, like then Decky said like both were very witty. I thought Decky said something like, "Oh, you like, oh, I bluff, you fold. I value, you call." Which like, it's just like if you're a poker player, it sounds like a massive diss, but it's just like straight up like he's just saying like kind of like what happened.
Yeah, okay, he's just saying it.
And then Enlight replied, "Yes, of course. Why bluff if can have?" So even like like the funny English and the response.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enlight is also known as Zaz, I believe.
Maybe I see him on ACR. I don't know. There's this guy on ACR, open sitting. They said AO.
So you still play a fair amount on coin after the Mid Stakes Championship ended?
The cash game's not really, to be honest.
That's why you say you play MTTs.
Yeah.
You try to win one of those coin masters. There's like rings.
Coins. I've tried my best. I've gone second and third and fourth, but no coin yet.
Come on, man.
It's a really fun promo, to be honest.
You battle with Bobby James?
Actually, I don't think. Barely. He never plays almost.
Yeah, I think initially he played, then he won one, and then
he played like a few. Yeah.
He might be playing more live these days, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He barely plays. But yeah, it's pretty cool to win kind of like a trophy and just like a regular ass tournament.
We got a re-raise here. Matt Marinelli gets called, and he was bluffing. Wow, Queen Jack.
Nice.
Enlight sitting down. Let's go. And all high mark as well is in there. Let's rewatch this. So wait, what?
I don't know. I feel like he wasn't trolling, because he was saying like, "Let me play."
Yeah, but there was free seats. I think he was trying to. The joke was that he's trying to get a seat on the left of the well of the what? Yeah, +1 on well, double price. So who's he calling the well at the table? I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe it was already scripted that other people could play first or something. Also, he's saying now I only have 20 minutes. in another table.
Yeah.
Take break.
You see this hand? Cut off open, Matt Marinelli. Chile defense big blind. Queen 10-3, he c-bets.
Yes, B40, okay.
Gets called. 3 on the turn, Chile leads.
Yeah, that's reasonable, because he has 3x that he's wanting to value bet.
And then he blocks river and gets raised.
I think the 3 on the turn, you can still lead for a small size with any 3. Also with other parts of your range, you know, like a strong queen, like some flush draws, like jack 9, like king jack. But on the river, I think mostly you would want to polarize if you had a 3 or better. So then blocking on the river does obviously set yourself up for a big raise like this.
Okay.
Well, I remember the hands, so it's pretty. Yeah, the raise is just. Actually, the turn call is pretty sick with ace 9.
Yeah, he was up to no good the whole time, I guess, right? I think even if
Yeah, but it's
Chile checks river, I'm guessing there's a bet here with ace 9. You don't think your ace side is good?
Ace 9 seems out of line, but on the other hand, on the turn, he could lead with a flush draw. He could lead with king jack. He could lead with jack 9.
Yeah.
He could even lead.
So he might check
jack
then. He might
8
check river.
suited.
If Chile checks river, then you think there's a check back with ace 9?
No, I think he would always bluff here because hands like 8x gets there, and then jack 9 gets there. So he's only really beating king jack, I think, and flush draws, but flush draws are often gonna bluff. So I think he will bluff his ace 9, and then just show down like all his pairs and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I get the raise here on the river too. Fucking jack 9, which is a hand that people could, you know, like block for a small size and then induce some raises. And it's generally pretty hard to find bluff raises. Like a 10 you could just call. A queen you could just call. Ace high you could call. You don't have hearts. I kind of like the bluff.
All right.
And then the call is, yeah, pretty reasonable, I think.
Who's Dunkaroos? I don't think we know.
He is someone that is willing to bluff. Oh,
Dunkaroos is Meek. I don't know who Meek is.
Meek?
Yeah,
Meek Bill. What?
What?
No, there's a guy on ACR called Meek Bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people know in the chat.
Yeah, I think I guess so. No, Adelaide got chat banned. Can anyone leave? Want to play?
Yeah, because he cursed.
Oh, no tanking. Some people think when they play. Sorry. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, he's asking on another table as well, Enlight, about his seat.
Yeah, I know. Like he wants. I don't know. He wants to play, but doesn't have a seat or something. Do you know if there was like a lot of big hands that were like very deep stack? Because I feel like it's really hard to get, let's say, like a 500 big blind pot going.
Yeah, probably not that big, but they were eventually, right? Because
Hmm.
you know they
I mean, at some
they
point
stack
you
off
have
as they're
to,
meant to,
but
yeah. And then when
yeah,
they play like 200 big blind effective, then
like even like overpairs are kind of struggling at that stack depth. If you're in a 5-bet pot and then you just get stacked by a set or a flush or whatever, it's really hard for money to get in.
I asked Stan Light if he wanted to join the stream, but yeah, he said he doesn't have much time.
Okay. It's 20 minutes. He wants to play some quick.
A quickie.
Yeah. Win one quick stack and then hop off.
Wait, did you at least watch Rounders?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh God, thank God.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the release date of Rounders? 1998.
Yeah, that's pretty old. How old are you?
40. Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Saw that.
You don't sound 40. You sound young.
Yeah, I hear often that I don't look 40 either.
Okay, that's good.
I'm very immature, so I think my body kind of kept up with my maturity.
Nice. Yeah, I think poker's always so fun. Like, people only start playing it when they're, well, obviously when they're 18, but sometimes even when they're 20, 21. So like,
Yeah.
before you can actually get good, everyone is already kind of old.
I think in America, I don't know about like online, but in casinos in Vegas, like you have to be 21.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I went to Texas, and in Texas, it's 18 plus. And I went to a place called Texas Card House, and I felt like I was literally in a kindergarten. Like these guys were so freaking young. It's because I think the university is not too far, like Texas
Okay.
University. And then there was so many like 18 to 22 years old.
I mean, that's good, right? They still have the I'm the best here. I'll play everyone, bluff everyone.
Yeah, but they try at least, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, young people nowadays are pretty try hard, right? Like, if you're 18 and you can just watch a lot of poker videos, like it's pretty easy to get like decent at the game. Like you don't have to be like the greatest guy, but if you understand that you 3-bet these kinds of hands and then you check raise this, and
yeah,
you can get to a reasonable level pretty quick, I think.
Where's Linus? Linus played in the afternoon. Seems like so far evening is not really where he wants to play, so probably going to be playing more in the afternoon.
It's pretty hard, I can say from experience, to find a good schedule for playing. You always want to play a lot, but then in the back of your mind, you know that obviously the more you play, the worse you're gonna play. Especially if you're losing, for instance, and you wanna like get back on track. So I have respect for instance, for Linus just not playing at all in the evening and just only playing in his own schedule. And people taking breaks and stuff. It's really important not to kind of burn yourself out in these kinds of environments. Because you think 30 days is not a lot. But if you play nonstop for 7 days, then you're just going to be fried.
Yeah. It's 28 days, this one, but yeah, close to 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time that reminded me actually, because yesterday I was like writing a recap at the end of the day. And I was like kind of looking at the numbers from the last one. And I remember Kevin actually led at the start, and then he had a huge downswing. He might even have been down at some point, or even like just up very little. But then he had this sick climb back up, and he actually ended up pretty high in the rankings.
Yeah. He had a very swingy one.
Dunkaroos and Matt Marinelli here in a 4-bit pot. King, Jack 9. Is that better for the 4-better, or what do you think?
It probably better, yeah. But it's reasonably connected. So of course Queen 10 suited, 9s, Jacks. Yeah. So I think it's 50-50.
And he raises. Is it normal to have any raises here?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
What
Nine.
wants to raise?
9s and King Jack.
That's it. Queen 10 just calls.
Jack. Yeah, Queen 10 too, but many 9s, King Jack. Jacks. Good max value from aces, ace king, before the queen or the 10 comes.
But if you have King Jack, don't you block most of what he can call with?
Yeah, slightly, of course. Now he's probably gonna jam it in.
By the way, I'll stream until 3, so around 20 more minutes.
Perfect.
We see the jam. Dunkaroo has to make a decision. I want to see both hands. I'm greedy.
Sure, if you have Queen 10, you could slow play, but you just want to get all of the money in before.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jacks.
Yeah, there are some calls that are action killers.
Yeah, like a queen sucks, a 10 sucks. Even like you can stack King Queen, for instance, or King Jack 9. But then if an ace comes, it's really bad. So like there's a lot of bad turns that you just don't want to see.
If you play against a really over aggro player, do you just lean more towards only calling then? Just to let him
if
keep
someone
firing?
is like bluffing a stack off there?
Yeah, no, like if you play with someone that just always takes the way to aggro lines no matter what he has. Say you then think like if he has ace queen here, he's just gonna triple off.
Yeah. Well then you just slow play. Cause you just let him do his thing and barrel it off. Which I think it can get. It's also pretty easy to slow play too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm in position. I'm just gonna flat call my set. In position, I'm gonna flat call my straight. But if you always slow play, and you do sometimes take a bluff, then you're actually gonna end up over bluffing a lot because you don't actually fast play enough, like value hands.
Yeah, at some point I started for some reason slow playing, and then I just did it way too much. Same with the third pot size bet. Like literally every hand, every street, I was betting third pots, and then like I realized it's like really bad in some spots. Like it's good to have a simplified strategy, but yeah, you probably shouldn't be.
I mean, on the flop it's reasonable, but usually on the turn it's not really a good size. Oh fuck! I was waiting for the hand, but it didn't show.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Finally got rid of that. Like after the championship, I was still sometimes waiting for hands to show up, even though like I was just playing a random tournament, and someone just made a bet and I folded. And I'm like, what does he have? Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
I finally am getting used to normal.
It's cool that they have those tables though in cash. I did play a little bit on some of them.
Yeah, of course. It's really fun.
All right, cold 4. Looks like small blind, big blind, and hijack. Ace high flop.
With a snap check from the caller, that means he doesn't play any leads. I think you actually get to play leads on this ace high board. which is pretty counterintuitive, but I think so.
It was the kings taking it down with
Yeah.
small bets.
Always an ace in the flop, right?
Yeah. Well, he won.
Yeah,
You're complaining you win, you know?
yeah, that's true. I mean, if you have kings there and you just take down the pot with the 10% bet, you should be pretty happy, yeah. Because even if he has jacks and you check the turn, then he can turn his hand into a bluff and stuff. It's really annoying. But yeah, I think that's actually a spot where you can play some leads. In the 4-bet pot.
Doesn't ace high favor the 4-better more?
Yeah, usually, but you have a lot of hands like ace queen suited and ace jack suited. You just have an even ace 10 suited and maybe some even ace 5 suited. Whereas 4-better has a lot of kings, queens, jacks. And you just have a lot of ace X. So yeah, that's just how the ranges interact. It's kind of closer than you think. Right? That's why Davey also went for a 10% pot size, I think. Not just because he had kings, but also because it's not actually that good of a board as you think it is.
Okay. Alright, 50% bet with the ace. He's gonna get value from a king here. Chile is cooking. Look at this, 41k.
Yeah.
20k at another table. And 14 at another one.
Nice. But then still, you never know. Maybe he's already got stacked, this afternoon a few times. Like,
Seems unlikely considering the hands we've seen, but
I agree. Dunkaroos with the cold 4. Yeah, he's a player. He's a player.
you know, actually, I got a story about this. I was playing 1-3 at the win, and the win is 9-headed. I'm pretty sure this was under the gun. This guy opens under the gun, and at 3-bet +1, and he just starts laughing, and he goes, "This is the one." And I was like, immediately, I was like, "Oops." And he ends up like just making this whole speech and folding, and he's like, "Oh, I had ace-5 suited. I was thinking about 4-betting." He's like, "Yeah, this is the one hand. Like, this is the one hand you would 4-bet." And I'm thinking, under the gun against +1. Yo, like, relax.
Then it's better than ace queen off.
Yeah. But isn't my range so strong that you should just fold here?
No.
Yeah?
You should have some 3-bet like bluffs ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he 4-bets, you have to fold ace queen off. If he 4-bets, you're definitely folding some hands like 9s, like king jack suited, like ace 10 suited, maybe a cheeky king queen off. So no, like I don't mind it. What did you have?
I don't remember. Maybe like jacks or something.
Okay.
But yeah, when he started making a speech, usually people make a speech and they jam. Like, you can just fold range. So yeah, when he started making a speech, I was like, all right, I'm dead.
A guy I know actually did that like as a bluff once. Like he was like, like undercover in like a foreign country, and then he was like doing the speech. Like, oh, it's so sick. Like, what is this? And then he went all in, and then everyone was laughing as they folded.
Yeah, I shared with you the range.
Oh, the gun versus. This is a 3-bet.
Oh yeah, no, never
Alright,
mind.
but-
I looked at it from the wrong. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, like different ranges are different. Can be different, of course, from
Oh
different.
no,
like,
yeah, it is. It
buffers
is.
and rig structures and stuff.
It is versus 3-bets.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're under the gun versus +1 and you get 3-bet, this is
Mhm.
you fold everything and then that's in blue, and then so basically ace-5 suited is a fold clearly on this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Then you call with 8
But-
plus, and you only 4-bet
Yeah.
aces, ace-king suited, ace-king off, kings, and ace-jack suited.
Yeah, it depends. If obviously if you give one more bluff combo for you, then all of a sudden you can start 4-bet bluffing more.
Yeah.
And it really depends on your response versus 4-bet as well. Are you calling king jack suited versus 4-bet, or are you folding? You know, like that really matters.
I'm folding.
Yeah, well, then maybe ace-5 suited is. Well, then maybe it's a pretty good play. So basically, he knew it was a good 4-bet hand, but then he was just too big of a chicken. Feels bad.
Yeah, I just thought it's funny. Like in my mind, it was like a clear fold, and he's basically telling me like how he thinks about the game in real time.
Yeah, I really enjoy that actually. When I was playing live, I always ask people like about their thought process and like what hands they would play, like what sizings with and stuff. I think it's really funny to hear different perspectives from different players, because then you
Yeah.
can kind of learn how they think, you know. And then usually it's just pretty face up, you know, like no, like this hand is worth big bet, so I'm gonna bet big.
I mean,
Like,
sometimes
this
you
hand is
just
not
can't make
worth a lot,
sense
I'm
of
gonna
it,
check.
and they can't even either.
Yeah, that's true. I actually have that very often. But then I also realize quickly enough to not give him enough credit and just be like, yeah, okay, like this guy doesn't actually know himself. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna argue with someone that doesn't know.
Some guy one time he called a squeeze with, I think it must have been like 6-7 suited. He was like in early position, and he called my squeeze. I was in the big blind, and then he check jammed on 10-10-5, I think, without a flush draw.
Yeah.
And like,
sometimes you
I just
see
look,
such random shit.
yeah, I just look at his hand and I'm like, what's his possible reasoning? But to be honest, it's not that hard to figure out. He's just like, he doesn't know like what a blocker is. He doesn't know like what all the scenarios were, like bluffing will be
He
better
just
than other
thinks you
times.
don't have it, yeah.
Yeah, so he's just like, oh, like if I go for
Put
a
you
bluff
on
here, he's
ace-king.
gonna fold a lot. Well, I have
Yeah,
aces,
yeah.
so obviously I didn't fold.
Okay. Usually those are the spots where you actually do end up folding ace king, and then you're like, shit, man, why didn't I just have aces?
Yeah. Well, I lost the hand though, so I kind of wish I would have
Okay.
folded. Lost to like a 5% equity.
Davey coming with the cold min 4-bet versus squeeze. Open and 2 callers, then a squeeze, and then a big click.
And on the left side, he bets half on the river. He's all over the place. Ace
Ace king
king.
board.
You know, sometimes
still-
I hear statements about bet sizings here, and people being like, "Oh, he has ace king here because he bet this much." And I don't know how much to really read into this. I feel like sometimes people level themselves.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, they sound absolutely certain that one sizing is one or the other. It's like ace king or aces. I'm like, what? No, like.
I mean, some people are more face up than they should be, right? Like,
Yeah.
especially if you have a big sample. Like, if he has aces, he would go smaller because he wants to get called, and now he has ace king, so he goes massive. Like in those spots, I think you can be quite certain, but like when people are balanced, they just use one size, and then it's really easy to level yourself. Like, oh, he's going 24 big blinds, so he must have ace king. and then he just has kings, and then you're like, oh, never mind.
I had this one time
Just-
actually, like some reg. I mean, to be honest, he did say he was an MTT player, but he like squeezed pretty small. And then I had ace king, and I was just like, this feels like nonsensical to squeeze this small, because it's like I raised and there was 2 callers. So if I call, he's just, and he has a big pair, he's just dead, you know, like
yeah,
it's very hard for him to win. So I was like, there's no way he had aces or kings here. So I just 4-bet with my ace king, and then we got it in, and he had kings, and I was like, how do you make sense of that? I think he just, in retrospect, I think he just doesn't know like how to size effective, or like maybe he's just 300 IQ, and then he thought I was gonna react the way I did.
Actually, had it recently versus a grandpa. I was pretty deep in a live tournament, like final 2 tables, I think. And I was kind of like big stack, so I was opening relatively wide. And then it's onto this grandpa or like older guy that hasn't really played a hand yet, and he's like thinking what to do and stuff. And then he min clicks me out of position. So like I open to 2 big blinds, and he clicks me to 3 big blinds from the small blind after like a minute or so. So I'm thinking like, what the hell? Like, if you have aces or kings, there's no way you would just do this. Like, what? Like, he would go bigger. Like you would just like, doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna 4-bet him. And then he just snap jammed into my face, and I was like, yeah, what am I doing?
I was gonna say it's only aces.
yeah. And he snap jammed into my face, and I was like, yeah, I should have just called, man. What the fuck? That'd have been so beautiful, but I couldn't resist it. And then in the end, it's just like, this guy doesn't even know what blind level we're on. He just thinks about raising.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. Like you said, he has no idea that he's actually raising tiny.
Yeah, that's crazy. I played like a $400 tournament at the Win last time. Every time I go, I play only cash, but then I do 1 tournament in the whole trip. Obviously, every time it goes terrible. But in this one tournament, this lady under the gun, she was like limping a whole bunch. She opened 6x. And it's not that early in the tournament, so everybody's like, kind of shallow. Nobody has like a really big stack. She opened 6x, folds around, and she shows queen's face. I'm like, why?
Yeah. It's always on. And they're proud of it too. They're like, yes, look, I won a hand. I didn't get bad beat by someone. They show it very proudly.
But so the craziest is like, when I play these tournaments, I never cash. And then later on Instagram, I follow the wins page. I open it, and then I see the face of that person that opened 6x, and they won the tournament. I'm like, are you joking me?
Like, how can they win? And
I guess I don't play exploited enough.
Yeah, no, that's honestly just run good, man. Like, even the nits can sometimes just flop sets and get aces a few times, and even the will can just. Sometimes, to be fair, actually, it's very nice to be like an aggro guy on an FT, because you can just open any 2 and people will just fold and just play for second. But yeah, I know what you mean. You just literally see that guy that you were playing on day 1A, and then you're like, what the hell? He made it to the FT, that guy.
I'm not jealous at all. Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's what makes NTT so fun, right? That's what keeps them coming back. True. Like, I think if you are like a fish in cash, then you relatively quick just realize like, okay, I just always lose my money when I play. But then when it's a tournament, it's like once in a while they get like a nice big score, and then it's like, damn, this gets me fired up for next time.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's still a lot that I don't understand. I feel like with like win rates and stuff, and like how people play. Like, in my last trip, I played with one dealer. Like, usually he's a dealer, but this day he was playing. And then I don't know why, but it's like out of the blue, he just starts talking to me and like telling me like everything about his grind. He's like, oh, he literally told me how much he makes as a dealer in the year, and then he told me how much he makes, and I literally didn't ask one question. So he's like, oh yeah, I make this much as a dealer, but then I like to play on the side and I win this much. And then I had a hand with him where he just like, he was buying in short and he was just check jamming with anything. And then he just check jam with a gutter against me. Of course he hit. So immediately, like, this is the part where I should shut up, but I can't. So I'm like, you check jam with like a garbage gutter and like, this is how much you win? No way. And then he's just like, he's like, no, I have like this win rate, blah, blah. So I'm like, show me. And then he shows me. And on the app, I mean, granted, it wasn't a big sample, but he was winning at like 14 big blinds an hour. And I think I was at like, after 300 hours, I was at maybe
like half or something, yeah.
I think 8 or something. And I was just like, what?
Like,
this guy buys in $100 at 1-3, just check jams with anything. And he's like, somehow he's like printing? No way.
It could be anything. Like, it could be that he's obviously running out and that like sample is just worth nothing.
Yeah.
But it could also be that he's just like punting right now and then playing way more serious.
But like that's the thing. Like if you saw him play, you would know he's incapable of playing serious and good.
Yeah.
I think he did it again later too. Like he like squeezed with queen jack off and somebody jammed and he called and I was just like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've played in some home games actually with like decent regs, you know, that play like actually high stakes, but then they're playing a home game and they're drunk, so they just want to have fun. So they're not taking the game serious, so they actually end up losing quite a lot of money. But that obviously has nothing to do with their actual like skill level. They're just having fun and drinking. But I can never do that. I can never play. I can never play poker and just be drunk and just gamble.
Yeah,
it would be fun, but yeah. I think that's just something that's just impossible as like a poker player.
Fold or die trying in a mix, by the way. Joining the table, he took Enlight Seat, who left us. I'll be back 2 minutes.
Yep. Where are these guys playing from, man? 3 a.m. Unless they're from the US? Well, Davey was... I think Davey's Spanish or so, right? I think he's an older guy as well. He's just playing till 3 a.m. Okay. Stefan is not playing yet. Well, I don't think he will be. He got destroyed in the 500 in L1. So I don't think he will be competing here.
All right,
but you never know. Yo.
Did you say you play, by the way, in Rotterdam mostly?
I used to, yeah.
Oh, but these days, no?
Well, when I played Cash, I used to play on Friday and then go play there. But not anymore, no.
Okay.
Only when there's like a tournament series.
I was thinking about visiting soon. Like actually, I visited last year because I have a friend. He lives in Zuidland. You know this?
No, I don't actually.
Like, I guess, I'm guessing it's like some sort of like small town near Rotterdam. Let me actually Google it. I don't even know where it is on the map.
The province is called Zuid-Holland, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like
that's what you mean.
It's southwest of Rotterdam. Zuidland. Zuidland.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Zuidland. Oh.
Yeah, my friend lives there. So last time I went to visit him, and then we went to the casino a couple times. We were there the series, so we played in a bunch of tournaments. I was considering this. Oh, I guess not this year because it's the end of the year, but later to visit. I'll let you know if you're around. Then maybe we'll hang out.
Yeah, it's actually It's like it's just as far as I am from Rotterdam, actually. Then
Okay.
like I live north of Rotterdam, and then search it up.
The Netherlands is really
Yeah.
small.
It's kind of sad because there was actually quite a lot of. They had like the WSOP circuit there, but then they now changed it to another location in the Netherlands, which is like very far
Okay.
in Venlo, which is like very, very, very south of Holland, like close to Belgium, Germany.
It's a much bigger place, right? I think.
Yeah, indeed, it's a bigger place, but it's way too far and sad because I went to Rotterdam when I was like 18 and I was like all impressed, like holy shit, WSOP, like big tournaments, you know. I was playing like a 300 side event with like 60% of my actions sold. I was like all pumped up, and then finding out that that was actually the last WSOP circuit series there,
Yeah.
but I didn't know.
But their series are still okay. Well, I guess it's kind of low binds maybe for you, but
Yeah, and I mean, it's really fun, of course. When usually the main event is like 600-700.
yeah,
So that's I do.
it's
play.
real money because it's a big field. So like you
Yeah,
ship
yeah,
that
of
to
course. Yeah. And it's close to my home. So
Okay, I
I'm
think
going to Amsterdam actually Friday for the next series.
cool, man. Go crush it.
Thanks.
Okay, I think I'm gonna call it for now. So thanks for joining, and yeah, you're welcome back anytime. And if you have any shout outs, now is the time, sir.
No, I don't have any shoutouts. I'm fried as well.
All right. Okay, thank you
Take
for
care, man.
joining, and talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Yes, of course. See ya. Bye bye.
Bye. All right, shout outs to Coley and Shoslar, our two guests today who hang out with us. And I'm sure they'll be back at some point. Yeah, that's it for me for now. I'm absolutely famished, so gonna get some food. And I think, yeah, from tomorrow I will see. I might start doing some streams in the afternoon because in the chat I see somebody asked, where is Linus? Well, Linus plays in the afternoon. I guess he doesn't necessarily want to be a night owl and be playing at what is 3 a.m. right now. So he did play a bunch in the afternoon earlier, I guess now yesterday, you could say. And maybe that tells us that's where he wants to play when it's the sun is still up, you know. So we'll see. I might do some stream in the afternoon. I'm definitely going to do still some in the evening as well, depending on where the tables are running. I'll try to keep looking for guests. I'm talking to a lot of people. Actually, we got, I think it's Saturday evening. Ben at Bad Beats is going to be on. Prodigy likely to come on tomorrow, and I'm trying to start locking as many of those guys as possible to join us on the stream and break down hands and share insights. So still a lot more content to come. Big love everybody who joined today, everybody in the chat. Thank you guys, and shout out to Coinpoker. And we're back tomorrow with more Cash Game World Championship. Much love, everyone. Have a good night. Take care. Peace.